Hey TMFG community, John Iaconetti here with Carlo Cansino. For today's episode of Ask TMFG, we're discussing our own personal insurance coverages. If you do enjoy this video, do remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. As always, we do love doing these videos for you. In today's episode of Ask TMFG, Carlo and I are going to be discussing our own personal insurance coverages that we have. I know we discuss it often in our meetings and recommend it to some of you, but we figured we'd give you a better or more clear picture as to what we personally have and see if you can relate, because different life cycles require different insurance coverages. So without further ado, I'll pass it over to Carlo. He can get us started. Carlo?
Thanks, John. Yes, let's talk about everybody's favorite topic, insurance. I get it. Somebody hears insurance, snooze fest, but I'm here to make it exciting. Boom, insurance. Are you all pumped up now? Let's talk about it. So why do we need insurance? Well, there's many reasons why people will get insurance, but the typical reasons are if you pass away, you're covering lost income due to that premature death. Or you're covering income due to disability. Lastly, you're covering lost income due to a critical illness. Before I go into the specific type of insurances that I have, let's just distinguish the difference between living benefits and death benefits. So a death benefit is essentially life insurance. You have to pass away before that benefit is paid out. Whereas a living benefit can be paid out while you're still living. So that would be disability or critical illness insurance. So now that we know the difference between living and death benefits, let's get into what I have. And so like John mentioned earlier, everybody's life situation will be different. Many people might be in the same situation as me. I have a family, I have a wife and 3 children. And so my wife and I determine what insurances that we need to ensure that our family is taken care of if I pass away. So let's start with my life insurance, term life. And we purchased that to cover any outstanding debts that we have and to cover any lost income that I have into retirement. So we have a mortgage. We wanted to make sure that that was covered. And if I'm gone, my share of the after-tax living expenses won't be covered. So we determined what that share was. We projected how much that would be into retirement, and we took that total and applied for that for my life insurance. The other life insurance I have is a permanent policy. And this permanent policy differs a little bit from term life in that it continues to stay in force until I am gone. And we purchased this policy to cover any final expenses, burial costs, funeral costs. It's a very small policy, but we wanted to ensure that that money was there so it didn't come out of any of the other accounts or assets that we had when I was gone. On to living benefits. So if I don't pass away, but I am disabled, I have a group policy with my employer that covers 2/3 of my income. So if I am disabled and cannot go to work, 2/3 of my income will be provided to my family in order for us to continue living in the same fashion we do now. Another living benefit is critical illness. Critical illness is a little bit different from disability in that it pays one lump sum benefit. As soon as you are diagnosed with one of the covered conditions, the most common would be specific forms of cancer, suffering from a stroke, or having a heart attack. Upon diagnosis, that critical illness policy will pay a lump sum benefit. We chose 18 months of living expenses, and that was more arbitrary on my part. If I was to be diagnosed with a covered condition or a critical illness, likely I would recover within a year and a half of that critical illness. Otherwise, my disability benefits would continue to pay out. So as a married person with 3 children, I have life insurance, which is a death benefit, and I have living benefits. And at this point in time, this is the amount of insurance that we deem to be sufficient for us. If anything was to happen in our lifetimes that we should be adjusting the insurance coverages, we can do that at any time.
I mean, excellent points there, Carlo. And to go back to what you're saying, everyone has a different situation. My situation, not having a wife and children, I am only focused on the living benefit side of things. So protecting my income going forward. As soon as things were to change and you do have those dependents that are relying on my income, then you begin to look at the life insurance and that type of needs analysis. So it's important to kind of focus on what would be best to cover yourself, but then also to keep track of those life events as they occur. As things change in your life, your needs analysis or your needs will change as well. And that's part of the reason why we have that discussion as advisors with our clients to make sure you're properly covered throughout all stages of your life. So thank you for that. As always, if you did enjoy this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Until next time, I'm John Iaconetti.
I'm Carlo Cansino.
And this has been Ask TMFG.